Well, welcome to our little workshop on teacher professional ethics. Uh, this workshop is comprised of three parts. The first presents a short introduction to the subject of ethics. Part two is a presentation of ethical issues that pertain to teachers and educators specifically. And part three is a personal inventory checklist for self-evaluation and for a potential code of ethics for the university itself. Well, part one, what is the right thing? Fowler's Modern English Usage, second edition, states that ethics and morals were once used interchangeably. This was because English scholars knew both Greek and Latin. Today, the two are complementary. Ethics is the science of morals, and morals is the practice of ethics. Likewise, immoral has come to mean guilty of sexual misconduct, and unethical usually refers to one who violates the code of behavior of a business or profession. For our purposes, I will describe ethics as the term that examines right and wrong behavior. There are widely agreed upon values that are commonly used to judge this behavior. I asked my mother one time, "Mom, how do I tell the right thing to do from the wrong thing?" She shot back, "That's easy. The right thing is always the hard thing." Historically, ethical standards of Western civilization have been derived from the Judeo-Christian religious tradition. The word religion means bond or connection. In this case, it means our connection to God and the supernatural. In 2019, many Americans have adopted an agnostic or even atheistic philosophy. This makes them uncomfortable with the idea of an objective right and wrong. A recent case in the news centered on an actor who falsely claimed to be the victim of a hate crime. People diverted a large amount of resources to the case only to wind up charging the fellow with a serious crime of false testimony. The interesting part to me was the large number of media pundits who attempted to defend the man's bad behavior, calling for understanding and forgiveness. Socrates referred to such people when he stated that the unexamined life is not worth living. Since the time of the Greeks and Romans, philosophers have wrestled with the concept of right and wrong behavior, with and without reference to an almighty creator. At the present time, we can identify two major points of view on the subject. The technical terms are deontology and consequentialism. The first group hold that an act is right or wrong objectively, regardless of the outcome. And the second group holds the outcome of the behavior is central, and that standards of right and wrong are personal and subjective. The classical example is contained in the following dilemma. Suppose that a car is hurtling toward a group of people and will certainly kill all of them. You are standing behind a single person and can redirect the car by pushing that person into its path, thus saving the lives of many at the cost of only one. The consequentialist would say, losing one to save many is the right thing to do. The best known form of this philosophy is called utilitarianism. The best example of the deontologist point of view is called natural law theory. I bring these up for two reasons. The first is to assist you in clarifying your own personal viewpoint. And the second is to ask the question, can we pose a set of professional ethical rules that satisfy a majority of both camps? If not, are we doomed to disagree on the rules of public and private behavior altogether? We'll take a look at the discussion questions and give us some answers, and we will continue on with part two video, going to be considerably shorter than this one, and finally a part three video. And again, we welcome your feedback because this is potentially an activity that can benefit us all. Thanks for now. Bye-bye.